Courtship. Why do you guys skip the courtship stage, where you need to know your person? Take people to dates before you date. Take people out before you take them in. In reality, a lot of these relationships are failing because we are in a haste to be heard that we have a girlfriend, we have a boyfriend, we are married. Why are you rushing things? I wish you can take time like those people who you say we are just friends. Those people who know what they are doing, because it's either they are understanding if I can take this habit or this behavior, or can I live with it? Because there is no need you get married or date someone who you will hurt in future. Are we together? Right now you might be pretending because you need to be in a relationship, but there is a weakness that you know, if their behavior continue like this, my weakness will become a violent person, will make me become a violent person. So courtship stage is very nice. It's good. First be friends. Know each other before you say I do. Take time, and I don't know who tells people take three days 1 week. That is not enough to know people. If she is not yours, she will go. Even when you are dating, they will cheat on you. They will move on with someone else. So even if you take time and have the fear that they will be taken, let them be taken. They were not yours. Yours will stick there. I'm telling you the truth. So this behavior of skipping courtship, it is destroying a lot of relationships, and I pray it will not be yours. You know that the energy that you use to live a relationship is more than what is required for you to stay in a relationship, because most of you are fast to get out. All of you think that the best solution is to get out, to run from the problem. For example, your relationship is not toxic, it is not violent, and it's not abusive. Sometimes it's the attention you're not being given. Some minute things, but they make sense. I'm not diminishing them, but there are things that can be worked on. So you decide to start thinking of how to leave that relationship. Let me ask you a question. Do you know how long it takes for you to pack? And how long it takes for you to have just a conversation about what is making you to pack? The resources you will use to get another apartment, the transportation, and all that energy required, and you could have just called for a meeting without pride or ego. You sit down with someone and you have a conversation of what you like and what you dislike, or what is making you to live. And maybe this is a maybe, you guys can reach in a level of compromise where you can tell each other, if this makes you wanna leave, I might change. Or if you wanna leave, we can end it amicably, in peace. But the problem is, all of us want to live in a way that we can never come back. In Africa we say usigongeshe mlango utatumia kurudi, kitu kama hiyo. So you need to understand that the same energy that you are using to live is more than the one that you are required to just stay and have a sober conversation. Build in silence. I don't know why we parade things. I don't know why we call out for ourselves. Why do we want followers? Why do we want an audience? When you want to buy something, keep it to yourself. It is for you, not for the people. When you want to get a kid, keep it to yourself. It is for your growth. But I don't know why poor people are the people who parade a lot. They want to fake it. Rich people, it's rare they parade. These things are taken by paparazzis outside there. They are not in the business of parading things. You are there. But I know all of us have a conversation like this one. We once had a relationship that was going well. The moment we paraded it in public, everything started going north or south or east or west. And it is a regret that we have. Learn from it. Build in silence. Followers or an audience is nonsense. They are adding nothing in your life. Most of them are there to subtract. Hold you. Someone holding you is not the description, or is not a sign that they want you or they are in love with you. Let me give you an example. Have you ever gone to a party with your person? Let's talk the truth. Gone to a party or an event with your person and looked at how they hug other people and realized you are not the only one. You thought you are special because that hug you are usually hugged tightly. No, here they are hugging tightly and for long, and you discover, oh, I'm not special. It is the same thing. There are things we are being done in our relationship, like being held when we are in need, or being held at night because of cold, and we think we are special. No, they are circumstances. There is a person who is being held this season because it's cold. The day the sun will, the heat or the warmth will come, that is the day you will know everybody knows the side of the corner they sleep at. Reachable. I know you're busy. I know you're busy for everybody. Your phone always rings. But let me ask you a question. Is there a difference between people and your partner? Can your person reach you? Are you reachable? Because at the end of the day, we need to prioritize people. There are people that we have a specific number, that if an important person is looking for me and find me I'm not reachable on other numbers, they can find that one number for me. Are you busy for your relationships? Because we are too busy, and that's where you'll find your housekeeper is keeping your man, your gate man is keeping your wife. Why? Because they were reachable. They were there when they were in need. You are always busy building to enjoy with who? You need to start creating time, opportunities to be reached by the person that you chose to do life with. Fruits. There is a verse that I love in Christianity. It says, you shall know them with their fruits, the fruits of their labor, the fruits of... Let me tell you something. As long as you speak how happy your relationship with us as the family members, friends, relatives, acquaintances, colleagues, we will know you according to your action. I will know you according to how you treat other men, how you treat other ladies, and how you treat your partner. I don't want to hear you telling me how you love your man. No. I will understand your reply, how you talk to me, how you flirt with other people. That is who I will see. The fruits of your labor, the fruits of you. Matendo yako in Kiswahili, that is what we say. But you want to paint your relationship how is perfect with words. In grammar form, you are very perfect. But in reality, do you know there are prostitutes that we know who are in marriage, and we gossip about them everywhere. But they think we go with the version that they preach to us with. The words they told us, that is what they think we go with. But in reality, us as a fans, when we meet somewhere, we know who is a prostitute, who is not unhappy, because their actions talk more louder than words. So if you want to be respected in a society about your relationship, please stop preaching to us about your relationship. Show us the fruits of your labor. Stepping stone. I want you to understand one thing, that you might be dating someone who is just a stepping stone to you, or you are just a stepping stone to them. There are people who come to our life for us to lift them up. There are people who we go to their life for them to connect us. And that's why you hear there are people who started together, and right now someone is dating their friends. Why? Because they introduced them to the friends. An introduction is not a problem, because you might not introduce someone and always be dating someone else's partner, and when their time comes, they will still go. And that's why I'm usually against this point of, do not establish a man, do not establish a woman, do not introduce a woman to your friends, do not introduce your man introduce them. And be happy if you will find that you are just a stepping stone to them, because they will be happy. Instead of them cry in your relationship, yet you are holding their connection, you are holding their happiness. Sometimes you can be a devil's advocate, because you are delaying the inevitable. First red flag. You know, sometimes for you to know that you are compatible with someone, they will do you something messy, something dangerous. I don't know how we'll put it for you to make sense. But there's something I want you to understand, and this will be beautiful. Okay? The moment that person does something to you and it sounds to you like it is a red flag, and they rectify and they be sorry about it, like they didn't know it offends you or it's wrong with you, you are in the safest hands. But people who start saying, I'm usually like this, oh, run. Don't think you can change them. The people who own the red flags, they own it. Like you cannot change it. They are sure that they are usually like that. Please, it's either you adjust, but they can never change. Because most of us are there saying that we can change them or I can change them. No. Forget it. That is someone who has accepted their nature. And that is a red flag. The red flag is not them doing. You know what they can do and be like, I'm sure I didn't know it is wrong with you. So my compatibility, I'm willing to compromise. Okay? But people who are like, I'm usually like this, you have to run. Wedding night. Now, because 99% of us have done it all. Let me ask you a question. The wedding night, what will you do? You know, some of us even don't have the thrill of that honeymoon thing. Because we are rushing things before our time. The time of courting, knowing each other, it is when you are having your honeymoon. Then when you are supposed to have honeymoon, you don't have that thrill of that thing. Because you did it out of time. When you were to know someone, you didn't know them. Then later you are married, it is when you are realizing, oh, what did I put myself into? Why? Because when you are to know someone, you are busy having a wedding night.